Good morning and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. Apologize for being a little bit late in this live stream today. I had a few technical issues I had to get worked out, but we're up and running now. As we continue in this week of exploring Bible people you've never heard a sermon about, I'm positive that none of you have heard a sermon about Zelophehad's daughters. Their story comes near the end of the book of Numbers in the Old Testament, but more importantly, it happens as the Hebrew people were about to enter the Promised Land. At issue was how the new land was to be divided. Let me back up to give you the lay of the land, so to speak. Jacob had 12 sons, and each son became the father of a tribe of the Hebrew people, so there were 12 tribes. They divided up the land into 12 divisions and cast lots to see which tribe would get which area. There was a problem with that, however, in that the tribe of Levi was determined to be the tribe of priests for the people, and God declared that land should be set aside in each of the 12 regions for those from Levi to be spread among all the people. That meant now there was only 11 tribes left, and it was supposed to be 12. So they took Joseph's 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, and declared them 2 tribes, and that brought it back to 12. So they divided up the land into 12 regions. Then each tribe cast lots among itself for how to divide up the land for each clan of the tribe. And then each clan cast lots to decide how to divide up the land for each family. They really believed that God would make the lots come out the way God wanted them to. So ownership of the land wasn't just something you got. It was God-given. Even more importantly, if it was given by God, it was given in perpetuity. In other words, it was yours now and forever. God gave it to you, and nothing can abrogate that. There is one more really important thing I haven't mentioned yet. In the society of that day, women had no place. All this division of land happened among men, the heads of the families. And that's where Zelophehad's daughters show up. As the people were doing all this dividing, Zelophehad's daughters showed up and presented their case before Moses. They were part of the tribe of Manasseh, and they pointed out that their father had had no sons, only daughters. There was no rule to allow women to inherit land, and so they argued that that wasn't right, that if this continued this way, the name of their father would be lost to the clan. Moses took the matter to God, and God said that their cause was just. And so from that point, women were allowed to inherit land. A little while later, some leaders from Manasseh came to Moses with another concern. If these women married someone from another tribe, their land would go to that other tribe, and it wasn't fair either. Their tribe would lose land that God had given to them. Moses consulted God, and again God said that their cause was just, and declared that the women could marry anyone they wanted to, as long as he belonged to the tribe of Manasseh, thereby preserving the land. And that's what they did, and as far as we know, they lived happily ever after. The reason this story is important doesn't have much to do with how they divided up the land. Rather, it has to do with how demeaning that culture was to women, and the fact that these 5 women stood up before one of the most significant leaders in world history and sought justice. And they got it. God took their side. And even in our world today, women aren't always treated with equal honor and respect, and it's important for us to see that even then, God did treat them that way. God made room where men had not. That says something about how we should live and act together. I think there's also some room here to think about justice. We throw that word around so cavalierly, and I'm not sure we really understand what the Bible intends for that word to mean. I'm thinking about doing a day of these reflections on that word and perhaps some other words we misunderstand or misappropriate. To put it in short, when the Bible talks about justice, it means doing right by those who are denied things they deserve. We don't want to hear that definition because sometimes doing right by those who have been denied might mean that others of us might have to give something up. We will talk about that some more on another day. By the way, these 5 women have names, and we shouldn't forget those either. They were Mahlah, Noah, Haglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. They were among the first to show us that God honored women just as much as men. If we all lived in mutual love and respect and honor, maybe this would be the promised land. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.